Alright, this is Only Man's, and I am Seth.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jake.
I'm Brad.
Enjoy the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear, Jeremy.
Live at Castle Bears.
Woo!
Live at my castle.
I mean, that's what you tell all the bitches too, right?
Tell them
Like,
to stay away.
This is my castle, and I am King Bear.
Mm.
Speaking
I
of,
like the nickname.
I mean, it's true. Speaking of who you are, this is Seth speaking, and I am out. This is the last time I'm doing the podcast.
You got canceled.
Yeah, I'm actually here for the next 2 minutes, and then I'm leaving. Some of the things we talk about, just I can't handle it anymore.
Can't be associated with.
Yeah, I
it.
can't be associated with the derogatory terms we use for the
Even though you're the one that's using most of these
community.
LGBTXYZ.
Yeah.
It was one time.
and stuff like that. So I'm leaving. I'm being replaced by
A cooler guy.
yeah, by Zeth. All right,
Yeah.
see you guys.
Zeph.
All right, now that faggot's gone, we can continue the podcast.
Oh, man. Hey, you're a lot cooler than the other dude.
Yeah, I
man.
actually get laid too. That dude sucks.
I mean,
Eh,
you
It
both
is what
look
it
like
is.
you get the same amount of pussy a lot.
none. Anyway, what's up, gentlemen?
Not much. We all worked last night, and you took the day off.
Ugh, I'm off 10 days. You know what I did last night? Play Madden all night long.
Hell yeah.
Legit 5 hours.
Did you do online or the
No, I did exactly what I told you I was
the
going to do.
franchise?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Gurley was MVP 3 years in a row.
Did he ever win that in real life? or-
No. Should he have?
That's up for debate, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, like a minute and a half in of football shit talk.
yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to get away from that. Yeah, but I did nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Well, at least you got to have fun on Madden.
Yeah. I got 9 more days of that.
Are you really gonna play it 9 days?
No, I mean, I'm going to do other things. Plan on going to Kentucky Splash. Do you remember that, was it like Ninja Warrior course or whatever that opened up in Knoxville we talked about going to like
And
3
we never
years ago?
did.
And we never did. They shut down, by the way.
Yeah, because of COVID,
Yeah,
like permanently shut
Yeah,
down. though?
permanently shut
Oh,
down.
okay.
Okay, I was
make
like, shut down just because of COVID, or like they're closed.
No, they shut down because I guess they wasn't making enough money. But there's another one really similar, and I'm wanting to go to it.
Where's that one at?
Yeah, close.
Close to that same one.
Yeah, it's
No.
in Knoxville.
I'd still like to do it. I did that one with my brother and I think my cousin, and it was fun. It was hard though. Like I remember the last thing. It was like a fucking hanging door. Basically, it had 4
Yeah.
chains. And you had to like shimmy across it, so you had to like keep all your weight distributed on
Evenly.
both arms. Yeah, I couldn't. I think I made it to the end, and then you had to like swing to the platform, and that was literally the last thing. And I tried this motherfucker like 10 times, and by the end of it, my arms were noodles. I couldn't. I was like, I can't even pull myself up.
That's funny. Like, I mean, you're supposed to be timed, right? Like, if
Yeah.
you do it according to online, it took you like 2 hours.
No. I
to
went back.
get it completed.
I went back through the course. I didn't like hop back and try it again. I
The
went
clock.
through the whole fucking course.
Yeah.
The clock's still running.
yeah.
He's in the red.
I restarted. I went back and hit the button. I'm done.
It's like one of those speed races on like a racing game where you see a ghost of your past self.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
You see it himself fell.
Each and every time.
I just thought of Dark Souls.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to do that.
I think I mentioned this last time. At least I mentioned the store. But at the mall, they opened up a big ass Dick Sporting Goods in there, and there's a giant ass rock wall there.
He said big dick. He said dicks.
Big ass dick. That's a different level.
Did you climb it?
No, fuck no, dude. I was with Megan. I was like, I ain't embarrassing myself. What?
It's
Dude, rock climbing's awesome.
It's
On
not
that
as
giant ass rock. No.
yeah.
it just
awesome,
depends on the level of difficulty, like how much they space out the hand things for you.
I just walked by, saw a dude like 25 foot up in the air doing it. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I've done them before, but it's been a long ass time.
I forgot. I've done 1 or 2, but there's shoot, the carnival. They had one time, and there's like a third space where they've took out hand things.
Oh,
Assholes.
Yeah, and you're supposed to you pay to win like $100. Like you give them $10, and if you can do it, you win 100.
They've like mathed that out.
Nobody fucking did.
Yeah, they mathed that out to where like you need that one peg
Oh yeah.
to get to the very top, and they're like, take it out.
It looked like you had to make like a 4-foot jump upwards. It was like there's like a little bit of a cliff hang, and you would have to like jump upwards to try and continue to. There's no way.
This makes me think of Assassin's Creed physics.
yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Bastards.
I remember doing a rock climbing wall at like a NASCAR speedway, I think it was, and it was the only one. in my adult years that I couldn't do. Like I just couldn't fucking do it, and I was like, what the?
Wasn't
fuck?
it on like a what? I don't know what you call that fucking angle where it was out.
I
'Cause
don't,
was that when I was with you and Chase?
maybe did I make it to the top or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
might have
like
been
it
it.
had like an angle out, like you were like.
Well, I remember like looking over because like it had 4 walls or 3, and I was on one, and then they had the other one, and the other one. I was like, and someone ended up doing one over there, and I'm like, I could do that one, but I'm tired.
I couldn't do it at all.
We're live.
Live at Castle Bears.
Oh man, don't show him my house.
Well, that was awkward. There's a 10-second
I'm pretty
live
sure I
video.
like, scratched my balls at the beginning of that.
Just picking your fucking nose.
I might go back and delete that one. That was fucking awkward.
I wasn't
as hell.
expecting that. I was like, I don't know what to say.
That's how it's supposed to be. Shit. I had some topics wrote down. There's this one that I wanted to ask you, and I don't know what it was, but there was like a story or something funny I seen. And it was like, what would you do if you came home and your chair was gone?
I mean, I'd just go buy a new one.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It
thing's
wouldn't-
about to break anyway.
It wouldn't kill your soul a little bit?
Nah. If I got the new one and it was gone, I've got no special attachment to it.
It says it's about to break, but the other half of it's gone.
Yeah.
It's about to be unusable. That's what I meant.
It's about to break past use.
Yeah.
You're gonna have no armrest.
You know, I didn't even notice that was gone until you said it was almost broken.
This was broke like a long fucking time ago.
He had somebody, riding him on that thing, and
Nah.
she put too much weight on that
She
side.
broke it. He she broke it.
She
He
tried to do
kicked
that
him
thing
out.
where she put 2 legs on one side. That's what happened, right?
You can do that.
All I know is missionary.
Missionary Steve.
I look him in the eyes, tell him how much I love them.
Run my fingers through their hair.
Gay.
What's that, Bill Burr? Your hair is like an ocean.
Love her gently. Listen to her and love her gently. That's all
You
gotta
like the
do, Jake.
movie. You don't have to make fun of that.
That's the only part. Speaking of, did y'all see that shit I sent on Messenger yesterday of the of that dude and the woman, like she was wanting him to raise her kid?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
read it.
read it. I
I
forgot
read
you
it.
sent it.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
read
read it.
You didn't read it?
I
Okay,
forgot
well,
you sent it.
this is pretty much how it goes. Is he was with her for ever how long, yada yada yada. She goes, I don't want to be committed and things like that, and then she leaves him. The guy she leaves him for, she gets
Knocked up.
Yeah, pregnant by
And Mary's.
in like a 2-year time period. I think it said 2 years.
I think it was like less.
Yeah,
than
maybe it was
2
2
months.
months. Yeah, maybe it's 2-month time period.
Damn, she got that
Yeah,
out
and
quick.
then he leaves her, and
Yeah.
then she start the message that I sent was from her to him saying, I know you always wanted a kid. Well, I'm pregnant, and I really wish this kid was yours, and I'd really like to be with you again and shit like that.
That hurts my
bridge up.
soul.
I refer you to Hobson's baby daddy.
Yeah, I've listened to that a bunch.
Since that was a post, I'm assuming he said no to her, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was on
I hope he
Trashy.
did,
It
yeah.
wasn't on relationship advice. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he wasn't asking.
What do
for
I do?
help.
What do I
Yeah.
do? I love her.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We can change his name.
You can pretend it's yours.
She's gonna be like, I want to name him after his baby daddy.
Ugh.
Ooh, at least give him my middle name.
Alpha Beta.
Damn.
That's all I could think of. Like, yeah, well, I got the Alpha seed. Now I need somebody to take care of it.
Yuck.
Yuck. Gross, Jake.
Seed. How far do you think you can shoot a rope?
Jeremy.
Hey, it depends on how long it's been since I've shot rope.
Yeah, like a
Like if
week,
I-
2 weeks, 3.
If it's been a little while, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker across the room. I'll put an eye out.
Has anybody practiced this?
No. It was just
You've never gotten a ruler, like
no.
no.
No, not that one. I'm out.
Wait, a ruler for like the trajectory?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was.
Watch how high I can get it to go.
No.
Wow. If you're shooting it up in the air, man, that's even more impressive.
Yeah, if you're on your
So,
back, gravity's against you.
Yeah.
So like,
That's I was on my back.
is this like American Pie where like he like fucking nuts on the ceiling?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like-
Jeremy's almost hit ceiling.
I can't hit the ceiling, but it's gone up. I mean, it's like slow motion.
Imagine if that happened every time. Though,
I'm not
it's
surprised.
shot
You got a
hit the
bunch of kids,
ceiling.
man. No wonder.
These nuts have damned me. My dick's made a slave out of me.
I remember reading somewhere something about this, like you're supposed to be able to get a boner on command, come on command, and shoot a rope from vagina to face.
Jeremy can come on command. He's like, "Come here, women beneath me."
I've come 2 times since I've sat down.
Dude, can we I hate that term rope. It just makes me think.
How about
like
ketchup?
Spider-Man web? That's what it makes
you
me
can call
think.
it web slinging. Then
It's just it gives it texture. Rope. The term.
Texture.
It's fucking gross.
What about you, Jake? How far can you shoot a web?
I have no idea. I
No
want to
web.
guess. If I had to like this was the Olympics or something. I
Mhm.
want to say I could get.
The jerk off Olympics.
I'd say about at least 4 feet, maybe. Like if I on a good one though.
Man, you guys make me feel weak as shit.
I was about to say 4 feet. That's nothing to shake.
Man,
I mean, like that. That's like
I'm sitting here
Peak.
thinking 18 inches.
I mean, how long you went without nutting?
if you go like 4 or 5 days, I think there's a build-up point. Like even if you go like a week, that's just as strong as 3 weeks. I don't really think there's a difference between them two.
you should see my afternoon.
But yeah, I would say like 18 inches or some shit. Not really that far.
I guess
4 feet something.
we're leaving out like a good part of this, and that's diet.
Diet.
Like whatever you've ate really affects your
All them
trajectory.
energy drinks make it go faster.
The consistency.
All I've had the Dr. Pepper and a 5-hour energy.
I'm just picturing you like.
Barely drips out. Has anybody tried anything like this?
No,
Like
no.
you ever been fucking and then wait and try and shoot it as far as you can?
No,
It's never on my mind. Never have I'm just like, please get it out. Get it out
of me.
The closest to that is been pleasantly surprised how far it went when I pulled out a little, right at
Right.
that moment. But
where's the farthest you've shot?
Aiming for the back and it ends up in the hair. Or aiming for the ass.
that's true. I mean,
Whoops.
I feel like I feel like I could do the vagina to face thing. I feel like I've done that.
I have.
Yeah.
It busted on her fucking mouth like a water balloon.
Well, I don't think that happened. I'm saying like a fleck.
Have you ever how after you come and you're kind of shivering a little bit,
Legs are shaking and shit.
and you're laughing your ass off at the same time. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh damn.
Oh shit. Yeah, he passes out immediately.
She did too. She's like, oh
No, she acted
the
like
scene.
she acted like it's poisonous. She jumped up and ran to the bathroom.
That is
I
disrespectful
know
as
it is.
hell.
You're welcome for
She-
that.
I hope she never came back. You're welcome for that.
It was impressive, man. You could hear it smack.
Fucking slugged her with a shotgun blast.
Ooh, that's awful.
Dude, it went right on her fucking lips.
That's gross.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this is too personal.
It is very
I
personal.
think that's as personal as it's gonna get this episode.
Yeah, from Jeremy, this is deep shit.
Not
He
really.
holds off on the other stuff, but how far he can shoot cum. He's all about that.
He's like, you should see the dry spots on my ceiling.
Ugh. This ain't spackle.
If there was an Olympics, whatever competition for this,
Put Jeremy in.
I wonder what the top shooters would be. Like how far?
I'd have to train.
Top shooter sounds so professional.
I'm a top shooter.
Top rope shooters.
I mean, what are we looking at? The max human possibility of this,
Like Seth said, there's got to be a cutoff. If you don't come for a year, there's not much difference from that. From probably a month. I'd say.
It might be
Dude,
dribbling out by then.
Did we not look this up before? It was to be a male porn star, you had to shoot one
Yeah,
at least
that's what
3
he's
foot or something.
Talking about earlier.
From vag to face, that's like 3 feet, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
And
I'd
then
imagine.
it was like instant boner, like you can get hard immediately and come whenever you're ready,
And look good.
whenever they're ready.
I don't even know if you have to look good as a dude
Yeah.
porn star.
I was about to say, man.
Just do POV.
Yeah.
There's so much shit out there. You don't even have to have a big dick.
Oh yes, I've still got a chance.
I'm trying to remember. It was like rules of 8. I'm pretty sure, or something like that. Like
Rules of 8.
like
Oh, one of
8
them was,
inches.
Damn. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
One of them was like, you have to get hard within a certain time after you've already came.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready to go again.
You telling me
Well,
these sons of
Jake,
bitches ain't taking Viagra or something?
I mean, I don't know.
They might just
I
stay
bet.
in their job.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I was a dude, if I was a porn star, I would do that. Like,
I mean, I know Jake like ticks like 3 or 4 of those 8 boxes already.
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
His dick's so big it counts for 2 boxes.
Vicky's husband's a porn star.
anyway,
Yeah, he's definitely getting out of that one.
how far, Jake?
She had like pink eye the other day, didn't she?
you're the one that's always rubbing your eyes. It's bothering you.
I got
It's
sensitive
them
eyeballs.
damn contacts. Ain't it?
Sensitive eyeballs. Since we're on the porn topic, I mentioned this to Jake the other day. So we all claim that we would not pay for porn, but if porn was not so readily available, let's just pretend that there's no magazines, there's no this and that, and the only way you can get porn is like a Netflix subscription, okay? And you can't share your account. You share your account, you both get locked out. But anyway, you had to pay $10 a month, and this is the only way you get porn. Who would pay for such a thing?
Before we delve into this, I'm just imagining, like, come on, dude, just share it. They won't catch us. No, I ain't losing it. You're out of your fucking mind.
Well, Netflix, it allows you, like when you sign up, it says you can have it on 2 or 3 accounts. It
Yeah.
actually says that.
It could be streaming on like 3 different TVs.
I'm
or
pretty sure
devices.
Paramount said 5.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
It
that's what
depends
it says
on
when I
the
bought that.
package
That's
you buy
because-
for Netflix. How many?
Right. So
Bigger family, you know,
We're-
everybody can watch their own
so
thing.
this is Pornflix, and one account, $10 a month.
Why don't you make it?
Are you buying?
Make it and find out.
Dude, it's free. Pornhub is free.
And that's such a hard question to ask, man.
Dude, I
because
don't think so. I don't think I'd pay for it
no.
because I mean, prior to like me having real access to the internet, I mean, fucking chicks in bikinis and shit.
that would be enough.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 13, but like,
they still have Sears magazines.
Yeah.
I believe almost every male would have one. It'd be
Nah.
just like Netflix. There would be no difference.
You're probably right.
I believe
man.
everybody would have a subscription. It just check it off as well, here's another $10 a month, and everybody would have
It's
it.
I feel
so-
like you just treat yourself with a month of the subscription every once in a while. You know, like you don't.
Yeah, once a month.
No, every once in a while.
Like you
that
know,
month you don't come out of your house.
let's
You're
say,
like,
let's say quarterly.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you're talking 30 days of go 30 days without watching porn. Jake,
for real.
Jake, let's be
No,
honest.
for real.
Let's be honest. For real.
Yeah.
Have you went 24 hours without watching porn?
Yes,
I don't believe you.
I have.
Vicky's not going to hear this.
I won't watch that stuff. It's filthy. But no, for real,
Imagine 30 days straight.
I could do
haven't,
it.
like time myself before, but I have quit porn before. I don't know
Which
like
is
for
healthy.
how long, but that's
Yeah.
the reason. It's like maybe this is like I could just reset this thing.
I got to keep the
like-
beast at bay sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
I mean, if you're not having sex, 2 weeks, man, I feel like I'm about to explode. I'm not talking about my wiener. I'm talking about from the. I'm talking about from the fucking inside. Like it kills me. Start itching and shit like a fucking meth head. Like, God, I gotta get this.
I don't think everybody would have it. I know a lot would, but I don't think every guy would.
It's so hard to fathom porn not being readily
Existent.
available.
Since we're on
Right.
this subject, I seen something recently, just like a little article, but they're discussing making it to where you would have to have an account for like porn and stuff. That way, kids can't have access to it. It's like save the children. So that's a thing that might be happening.
I mean,
Maybe it would be paid for because it's going to be regulated more.
Do you know what I seen? Porn for kids. That is what I seen. I forgot, man. I don't know where I saw this at. It was like, kids are watching porn already, so let's make it where it is more sensual or something, and shit ain't like, choke me porn and this and that, because that's what kids are watching and that's what they think sex is.
When they refer to kids, do they mean like 13-year-olds?
I'm guessing
I'm
that's what
sure.
it is. It's something more like 15, 16 or
Kids
some
and
shit.
13-year-olds is kind of, that's not exactly.
Kind of like
Dude,
sex
13
ed.
is still a kid to me.
It is, but it's not exactly what it sounds like when you say kids.
That sounds really fucked up.
You
I
gotta
mean, it
call
was.
it something else.
that was the thing about it. It's completely fucked.
It is fucking weird. I mean,
got it.
here's a question: is the fact that porn is available to all of us right now at the type of 4 letters, is that good for you?
Huh?
The
I don't
fact that
understand.
all of us, any person ever right now can Google porn
Mhm.
and have unlimited access to
Of
porn. Is that
course.
good for you?
Hell no.
Okay.
Porn. I mean, what was the? Listen, hold on. Let me put on my nerd glasses. What was the scientific experiment? What was it they did?
Scientifically.
Yeah, scientifically
proven.
This is scientifically proven, guys. No, they did some kind of experiment on the brain or something, and when you watch porn, it's supposed to be bad for you. I mean, that's all I remember. I don't remember any kind of specific details or anything, but it like
dopamine
eats
and
you.
stuff.
It eats your brain alive,
I don't
basically.
believe that. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
Jake's
just-
like, no, it can't.
No
way.
if you can't believe anything we
You're
say,
not
I'm not going to
supposed to
believe this
be-
one thing.
You're not supposed to be looking at that.
I
shit.
agree with
I feel
that,
like it's
but-
one of those things that we're like simultaneously very grateful for, but also ashamed of. Like we're like, it's not good for us, but
Porn's
You're
like
ashamed
drugs.
right afterwards.
Porn's like drugs.
Yeah.
if
You got to do it some, or alcohol. You got to do it some. It's fine.
in moderation.
In moderation.
In
Yep.
moderation, it's not so bad. But that's as a dude, you're addicted. Like immediately, testosterone's in you. You want to nut. You want to shoot ropes. And porn helps, man.
You
said
said
that.
shoot ropes more than all of us combined.
Because he hates it.
Yeah, I hate
I'm
it
trying to
so
get used to
much.
it.
Shoot ropes.
I'm trying to get used to it. But like, you've already started out like an addict, and you got to keep that shit in check.
I think where was I going on? People like us, we grew up in the age of the internet and we were seeing everything. Now new generation is seeing everything. I don't see that being a bad thing unless they see us and think we turned out like fuck ups.
I'm not saying that you turn out bad. I'm saying it's rotten in your brain. Just like
Is
too
that why
much.
there's so many dumb people around?
Man, fuck if I know. Just like I guess just like maybe alcohol or something. It's not like it's in moderation. It ain't like it's bad for you, but in long term, what it's doing to you is killing you. Tobacco.
I don't know, like
There you
as
go.
far as like your brain wise, I don't really know about that, but I know that like porn could fuck with your actual relations. You know what I mean?
No
Like you-
wonder Seth left this fucking podcast. This is shit.
You know what, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Like if you were like let's think of like neckbeard dudes. You know, there's like unlimited access to porn, but they happen to have a girlfriend somehow. You know, like how do it gets a little weird. You know?
as in they ignore their girlfriend.
Yeah. Like I've heard stories.
Me too. And I'm trying to wonder. I'm kind of wondering if you know who I'm talking about or thinking of. I guess not.
I don't think so.
yeah.
That must have been a story I didn't know.
Yeah, I've heard of a couple of people like that.
What that just reminded me of is I don't know if you told me about it or if I've read it, but this guy was playing a porn game and he had a girlfriend and the girlfriend was like wanting to have sex and he's like, oh no, because he was roping up his computer and she was like, oh yeah, talk to him about it, like you're playing the shit out of this and it's like fucking up her relationship. And he was like hiding the fact that he was playing it later on down the road. He's like, I quit, I deleted it and everything, and he was like just playing a video game and doing
We've
that.
all been to the point where I'd rather jerk off sometimes. That's always going to be there. You know what I mean? But when you're replacing it, I don't know. There's something.
Oh,
I didn't like. I enjoy doing it. I hate it.
well, I feel like it's a
I hate it
laziness.
before
You
and
have
then
this like
do it.
temptation to be lazy. Just be like, I'll rub one out real quick.
Yeah,
be
I mean,
over with.
Definitely.
Like,
I don't want to have to work for it with you or take care of you. At the end.
I mean, honestly, you can be what they call a selfish lover.
In my experience, they keep coming back too. Maybe next time.
I'll give you another chance.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible.
It's okay. She could fix your sexual problems.
Yeah, she can fix all your problems.
It is interesting though that I mean, probably at least people like 30 and down, who grew up with porn pretty much at their fingertips.
Dude, I accidentally come across porn. The first time I came across it was like I was young, man, I don't know, 7 or 8 or something. It happened to be on a video of a family member's. I'm gonna try not to be specific here, but the video was like a normal cartoon, and that cartoon was recorded on a VHS. And after the credits of said cartoon was over, guess what was on there? A fucking room full of bitches getting nailed, some big orgy shit. And then I just remember, I remember this too. And I remember these girls riding a horse and just seeing them titties bounce. That was the first porn experience I ever had.
Do you still like horses?
I like them boobies jiggling.
That just made me think of like your first experience. You're like, this is what sex is. You have to have 8 women. This is how you do it.
1 woman, 8 guys. Get you buddies to get. That's Jeremy. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
That's why I'm trying to get this threesome
that's
down with
true
you.
love, huh?
I think
That's a queen.
my first experience with it was finding it behind a dresser. Like I moved a dresser, and I was probably like 8 or something, and I saw it on the floor, and it was just the DVD case of it, and like it had pictures on the front and the back, and I was like, oh, titties. Like,
Uh-oh. Did you feel warm and fuzzy inside,
yeah.
Jake?
immediately. I wasn't a saint like you. I didn't go and whip myself on the back after seeing it. Like, I'm sorry, Jesus. Never again.
I'm putting this in my rap album.
It's fucking hilarious. Oh, shit.
I think I was like 10 or 11, maybe 11 or 12, and my brother showed me like anime porn. But I knew like I'd seen things like Girls Gone Wild commercials and shit like that before that, but that was the first time I seen like porn.
With them
That Comedy
stars.
Central, buddy.
You're like, just,
Yeah.
I'm just like, please move these stars.
they might mess up on an edit.
That shit is marketed to 14-year-old dudes.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, Just
definitely.
like, oh, shit, damn it, just an inch.
For only 3 payments of $80, you can own this disc.
Oh, man. Dude, you know they've got that on Pornhub now, right?
Yeah.
It's shit.
I imagine.
Oh, my. It's not like, you know, like the commercial or whatever was, you know, Girls Gone Wild, just a whole bunch of tits and vags being flashed everywhere. No, they bring this girl back to like this little fucking camper. And yeah, that's how it ends up going. Like one of the girls come back after flashing to a camper, and she's like the 4 out of, 10. They're never really that attractive.
You kind of wish you saw her without her friends.
Yeah, definitely. She's like, oh, I'll do it. I'm going to do this, Susie. What do you think? Should I do it?
I'll do it if you do it.
You go, girl.
Anyway, Jeremy, what about you?
First time watching porn.
Or seeing, such thing.
Okay, so I was probably about 7, and my dad was at work, and my mom was in the living room, and I was in her bedroom watching TV, and I was just flipping through the channels, and I got to what I thought was a music video, and it was this pretty hot looking blonde, and I was like, huh, what's this? And she took off her shirt, and I seen her boobies. And my mom kept coming back and forth from the living room into the bedroom, and I don't know how she didn't see what I was watching, but in the video it would go from her being naked and like spread out on the car to her just being fully clothed, just like dancing or whatever. It would go back and forth to that.
It sounds like you were playing roulette.
Yeah. I was sitting there just my hands down my pants watching video. Nah, I'm just kidding. I didn't have my hands down my pants.
Dude, after that, my next one was 6th grade. I had a friend bring this sheet of paper, like a printer paper, and it had 3 pictures on it. And it was her with clothes. It was some actress. I don't even remember. It was like her with clothes, her like moving her shirt, and then her with tits. And it was folded up like 8 times,
I remember having like a razor, like the phone, and then like Googling like
man.
fucking bikini pictures of chicks. Like I remember
Waiting
that.
3 minutes
Yeah.
for it to load.
Legit.
man.
Like 5 minutes for it to load one picture and be like, this better be damn good.
Dude, in high school back then, man, you would get like sent like 10. It'd be like 10 pictures in a row or whatever. Like it'd be like College Girls Gone Wild. And it'd come in a text message with like 10 different chicks.
this is really random, but I remember having like a card when I was younger that was like a porn card. I guess it was holographic, like she was clothed in it. If you turned it, she was naked. It was really weird. I don't know where they came from at all, but there's 2 of them.
Hell yeah.
It's not as good as my Charizard holographic. Top that shit.
Welcome to Mediocre Movie Minute.
Jake's Mediocre Movie Min.
Jake.
No.
the part where Jake loves the most. This week I picked Felon. Jake, what'd you think?
I thought it was a decent movie. I actually liked it. I wish it was newer. Like I wanted a better quality, but overall I thought it was a good movie. And rating wise, I'd probably give it like maybe a 6.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's something we can agree with.
Yeah, we hit it.
It did look, it had the vibe of it was older. You could tell.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was 08 though.
Yeah.
Which to me is like prime, bro.
Yeah, it should have looked better
The
than what it
fact
was.
that it has Val Kilmer just like tips me off to it being older.
We got to write this down that they agreed on something, Brad.
But it's like
Yeah.
a miracle unfolding.
Put it in stone.
They finally didn't. It's not even that you guys disagree. It's like opposite ends always.
Yeah, I know. Polar opposites.
Yeah.
You're
Anyway,
polarizing, Seth.
I gave it a 7. It was I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a damn good movie. So
Honestly, at one part in the movie, I was like, "This is a fucking 8," but like, I had to like bring it down a little
when
bit.
you were
because-
sleeping,
No, I
asshole.
wasn't sleeping.
You had to bring it down because it was too high on your list.
No, kind of. Remember rating scales? I was like, "This is a good movie." Like at one point, I was like, "That was really good right there." Like at this moment, and I was like, but overall, like if you put quality of the movie, sound, and all that, I was like, pull it down a little bit. Try to be fair to my scale.
So basically, what the movie was about was this father, a bad guy breaks into his house.
The bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy is robbing this guy, breaks into his house, and then he chases him out with a baseball bat and hits him in the head outside of his house, which resulted in killing the guy. And
He thought he was pulling a gun out on him.
right, well, I mean,
So-
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't see what they did wrong at all.
Honestly, if someone breaks into your house, it's fair game because they don't give a shit about themselves.
I
Fair
agree.
game.
But what happens is he goes to prison for it. And the story's basically
He goes to prison for killing the guy.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
killing a guy that broke into his house and threatened his family.
Well, the thing that was funny about that, Megan was like, "Is that really how that would work?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I think he would get like manslaughter, and then
Yes.
that's exactly what happened."
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh, I was right."
And how long it lasted though, and like the whole prison thing. Like, okay, he's got manslaughter. You're doing 3 years minimal or whatever, and then you get into that gang life and you fuck up. Yeah, you get in a fight.
One
boom,
thing that
another
bugs me
sentence.
about that is like his manslaughter charge there. Like he wound up in like a bigwig prison, you know, like with the baddie
Sam
people.
Quentin.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. Like I felt like he shouldn't have went to like that high of a security prison with, you know,
Well, he
fucking mass murderers and shit.
he went into the shoe area of the prison because he didn't tattle, and they threatened him. They're like, "If you don't tell us who shanked that guy, we're gonna put you in the shoe."
Well, the
I still-
prison itself was hardcore. It was. How do they rate that? I ain't gonna say 5-star. 5-star hotel.
It's
But
the opposite of like actual rating.
Yeah,
5 stars the worst.
Yeah, it was a bad prison. But what they said when he was like on the bus or whatever, it was he was doing it because it's for violent crimes and something else, and that's what the prison was for. And since he committed murder, as
I mean, he went to like a state penitentiary, and I feel like that's like higher level than like just another prison. I don't know about the prison system, but it just seems like he went to like a more hardcore prison than he should have for what happened.
On the bus when he did get in trouble for that dude handed him that razor blade or whatever. Fuck that. I would have dropped it and kicked the shit out of that thing. I don't know anybody. Fuck you. I don't know.
Well,
They're not gonna tell.
They ain't gonna tell, but they're gonna rape you that night. You're getting raped and killed.
Who's gonna know I had it? I'm not tossing it back to the guy that gave it to me. They don't
that
know.
guy right there. The fact that you did not
Fuck him,
fall for it.
He's
Yeah,
a
no,
skinny
he's
little
fucking you.
bitch.
He's fucking you.
dude. That the main character could fight. He killed a guy.
I know that was probably my biggest complaint is he turned into badass
Yeah.
real fucking quick. This guy's family man, not done anything like this in his life. Next thing you know, he's
Fight
kind
Club.
of he's definitely whooping up on people
Yeah.
after that. people who's had a harder life or more experience in
Yeah,
in
some like fucking crip that's been on, like 1,000 street fights.
yeah, this
That
guy's
was,
all of a sudden.
That was Rampage Jackson. He got beat up by Gumby.
I really like Val Kilmer's character in the movie. Like he was just like fucking normal, and he's like, yeah, if you want to live, you gotta watch the rules and all that.
What did he say when he first walked into the cell?
If
If you want to fight or fuck?
Neither. Okay, keep it that way.
I liked his rules. He's like, yeah, if you got a fucking fart, you go to the door that way.
No
if you're
shit.
beating off, face the wall, all that shit. I was like, that should be just like normal. Don't fuck with each other.
And there's some weirdo people out
Yeah.
there. What about you, Jeremy?
I'd give it a 6.5, man. I really liked the movie. I liked it a lot. I thought that I really hated the black guy in it being a
The fucking cop.
yeah, man.
Wow.
He made me think of knockoff Chris Rock or
Yeah.
yeah.
An unfunny Chris Rock.
But like I don't know, he looked like great value Chris Rock. Like every time I saw him, I was just
The one good thing that I liked about him was when his son got run over, he went into that guy's room and told him he was gonna spread the word that he was a pedophile in whatever prison he went to and shit like that. I was like, I'd probably do something fucking similar if it was his third DUI,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the movie said.
right. That made me mad.
Brad, did you give your rating?
Yeah, what is yours?
I feel bad because mine's the lowest, but it's 6.
No, that's
Hmm.
not too
I feel
far
like it
off.
was like kind of above average, but I felt like by the time like he was in the prison and Val Kilmer's character was introduced, I felt like it was kind of predictable what was going to happen. So that's why I wouldn't give it a higher.
Did you predict the
Val
end?
Kilmer was a good
that
guy.
he was
Saw
going to
that?
die.
That
Like,
he was going to go back and he was going to be the man?
well, I figured that Val Kilmer was going to die in order to save him somehow. Like
Hmm.
that was pretty much what the prediction was.
I got sad when Val Kilmer died and his friend was in there like talking to the main character and he's like, yeah, he didn't understand that. He was like getting teary eyed. I'm like, damn, because like he was like upset. And I was like, this poor old dude, he just lost he considered him a really close friend. He
Right.
saved his life and all that.
I did like how the that one skinhead that passed off the shank at the very beginning of the movie ended up in the cell with that one guy.
Yep,
I was like, yeah, you getting fucked, boy.
Yeah, you getting your shit.
that's what he gets.
The absolute revenge that Val Kilmer's character took out.
I felt like that was a bit excessive.
I mean, it was excessive, but damn, that's some cold shit.
I don't think that was justified. That was the one thing I didn't like.
What do you mean?
He
Killing that cop?
okay. No.
No, like where like those 2 guys that like
Yeah.
raped and killed his wife and daughter, and he went and killed every member of their family before he killed them.
Every member.
That
you
is
imagine- You're like,
excessive.
imagine you're doing your own thing and you're like, someone you don't talk to, a cousin, whatever, does something, and then you get fucked up because of it. Like,
you
that's
can't
not on you.
answer.
I'm
Yeah, you
just
can't
saying-
answer for somebody else's
Yeah,
mistakes.
That's some Genghis Khan shit. He's like, I wiped bloodlines. from the
Yeah, I
earth."
mean,
He's a fucking badass.
yeah, it was badass, I guess, but it's still like I just can't like wrap my head around him doing that. Like, as far as it being justified, parents maybe if they raised them like pieces of shit, that would be as far as I would take it. I'm not gonna go wipe out everybody because they did that. It's not on everybody.
I agree.
But yeah, that was the one thing I didn't like about his character.
Apparently, Felon was also based on somewhat of a true story. I just don't know how
I kind of
much.
got that vibe from it.
Yeah. Anyway, whose pick is it this week?
I just want to say I would have killed that black dude in that
Man,
movie.
he
Like
fucking
any
deserved it.
chance I got, he would have been dead.
Even his friends, like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
I don't like. I understand stuff like that can happen, but
Power
like,
trips, man.
how does it go like that far unchecked? Like, did the warden not give a fuck? There's no way. Like, they even said, "I'm surprised you didn't know about it."
I think he was insinuating they did kind of know about it. He was like kind of like looking the other way, like less I know the better.
Not to that kind of severity, that far left, but I believe shit like that happens a lot.
Oh yeah.
Not with the fact of them like killing them and shit when they're fighting, like
Yeah.
like the rubber bullets and shit. I mean, I can see him get away with that.
Well,
But
just him being a straight up the way he
Dick.
was.
Remember when
Wrong.
that guy dropped the N word, like after a fight, and then he pulled him into the room and beat the shit out of him?
Mm-mm.
It was like the first fight it showed. Oh yeah, you didn't watch your own movie.
I watched it 2 months ago. I'm sorry I forgot last
Well,
time.
either way, he beats the shit out of him. He's like, "You want to say the N word?" I was like, "Damn."
it was a
we
black
even-
dude.
Did we even
Oh,
tell
yeah.
what he did? Like they were putting them in the rec yard and just letting them fight.
Yeah,
and
they're
sometimes
forcing
they
them.
That was
fight,
basically that was basically the biggest part of the movie. How the guards just
Made them fight and still shot the
Yes.
winner anyway.
Did you guys notice when they were the young new black guy who was working there was in the shopping
Yeah,
was shopping for groceries with his wife,
that was
and he just
awkward.
happened to run into his lieutenant,
Mhm.
and he kind of threatened him in a way.
I don't.
Did you feel like that?
I don't remember a threat, but I remember
He's-
feeling like that was an uncomfortable.
Yeah, he
What?
was definitely uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, I feel like it was kind of a subtle threat, basically saying like we have a lot of pull in this town. If you
Oh,
if you don't
yeah.
want to get ostracized, you best keep your mouth shut.
Yeah,
Like
that's the way I took it too. Like, shut up, ride with us.
Right after he left, where I watch everything with subtitles, like she's like, "Oh, he seems nice," and it's like chuckles nervously.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, because they kept referring to like gang affiliations like in the car, and he's like, "You're in the car with us." Like,
Yeah.
the guards were a gang.
I thought it was a good movie though. That was a good pick.
Good. Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome.
Makes
You
me
won't
happy.
hear it again.
Yeah, probably not. You'll never hear it.
Once in a lifetime, right there, folks.
So next movie is Jeremy's pick.
I'm picking something that's kind of a little out of the box, I would call it. It's called Errementari, The Blacksmith and the Devil. It come out in 2018. It is a foreign movie. The description is: a brutal blacksmith tortures a demon he blames for his misery. Unaware a trespassing orphan is about to change everything. Based on Basque folklore. I've seen this, I think, a few years ago whenever it first came out, and I was kind of surprised at how good it was. I don't know if no, it's not an animated movie.
No, my question was, is it in English?
I can't remember.
I don't think it is.
Probably
I
not,
think
then.
it's subtitled.
I'm
But
fine with it.
I really don't know if you're going to like it, Seth. I doubt it, but I'm pretty certain that you two will, because you've got a really like short. How do I describe this?
Acceptable
Yeah,
acceptability.
acceptability.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I've watched movies like that before. There's only one I enjoyed that was in another language or whatever, and I actually read the subtitles and enjoyed the movie. Besides that, usually when I turn it on and the subtitles ain't lining up with shit, you know what I mean? I'm out.
Like I said, that movie reminds me, because I've seen it on Netflix and almost watched it like 3 or 4 different times. It reminds me of Pan's Labyrinth, like the way it looks.
I remember liking it when I watched it years back, so I'm gonna have to watch it again too.
How long?
Well,
is
I
it?
hope I fucking like it.
It's only an hour and 39 minutes.
No, that ain't bad. You're definitely gonna have to send that in a message or something, because I do not know how to spell that.
Penis.
P-E.
What's that?
Wow.
All right, so I got a question. I'm going to ask a question before I ask a question. Do you guys believe that through family lines,
No.
maybe not like through family lines, but let's say like Jake's an alcoholic. All right, do you believe that's hereditary?
Somewhat, yeah.
Not only alcohol, but drugs and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like being easily addicted to stuff.
Yeah. I think certain families are more susceptible to being alcoholics or
More
to being drug
susceptible to
addicts.
the chemical addiction that happens.
Okay, so with that, kind of going back to the movie, do you think evil also follows a lineage like that? Do you think it's possible that, you know how you said that he went and killed a whole bloodline, right? Do you think bad people, is it sort of hereditary at the same time?
I feel like you'd probably be more prone to do it, but I don't think it's worth ending a bloodline. Like, it's hit and miss, definitely.
It's a good question.
All that makes me
I'm not
think-
saying it's worth killing everybody, but
I'm gonna butcher
is it
this,
possible?
but it makes me think of the Bible with Cain's bloodline.
That's exactly where I was going with.
Is that where you're going?
Mhm.
Like where Cain will be avenged sevenfold, Cain's children will avenge him 7,000-fold, or whatever, like on and on.
The whole bloodline's supposed to be cursed. As in, I mean, and it actually continues till today. If you believe that his
Okay, religious stuff.
bloodline,
Did Abel have kids?
I don't think so. He was dead
died.
before.
Yeah, I think he's killed.
Oh, I don't know how old they were when this happened, but I'm just wondering. I was like, who all could be related to Cain? That'd be
It's
cool.
really like the only one I remember is like Tubal Cain, which is supposed to be the first one that invented weapons of war. That's the only one I remember of his descendants.
I can't word for word, say what happened, but I remember it's like he was cursed because he killed somebody, right? He was the first one to murder, and then it's like the whole family line after that was cursed. This is cursed. That is cursed.
What was the curse for though? Like, what would happen to him?
I don't remember. Just I mean to
Just like
the whole middle.
vengeance. Just like it's kind of like a story about eye for eye bloodshed. You know,
It's the whole Israel versus the Middle East today.
Cain killed Abel, so somebody kills Cain, and
And then someone kills-
and then someone kills Cain's kid, and someone kills that person, and blah 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 blah.
But anyway, I thought it was a decent question. It's like, do you think evil can travel, basically, or is it like a family thing? I mean, I don't know if you heard it. Like, there's families around town that have a bad name. You know what I mean? Like, I remember being told when I was 16, stay away from this last name people because they're all assholes. They all are pieces of shit and this and that.
See, whenever
And that's
I don't
kind
know
of
if that's so much to do with like a genetic thing. I wonder if that's more to do with like if you grew up in, let's say, like a crime-ridden family, then you would be more likely to be in that, you know, and then that leads to obviously more crime and just so on and so forth.
I agree with that 100%. Plus more testosterone, more testosterone fueled, angry. I'm not getting fucked enough men.
I mean, that's very true too.
Fuck me. No, seriously, guys that are just way more aggressive, and that's you know, along those lines, like just a whole bunch of aggressive as fuck men in said family leads to violence.
where you said that you were told to stay away from such and such, like that always I don't trust a lot of people on anything. Like I have to experience it myself because like they could just see them in like the wrong time, a bad moment. You never know, and they act a certain way. Like for example, you're having a shitty day, and someone's like, "Hey," and you don't wave, and they're like, "Fuck that guy," and then they're just like nitpicking the shit out of you. Yeah, that guy didn't fucking wash his hands. He's a dirty fuck. Just saying like all kinds of hateful shit.
We had this
Spread it.
argument at work like a couple years ago, man,
I'm sure it's been discussed.
about like it basically being in the blood.
I think that part of that, man, like Brad said, they get raised up around. I'm not saying they did crime, but like
In the hamster
crime
wheel,
family,
man.
yep, you get that.
Yeah.
And then, but like say a normal family that's not in crime, they still have it in them to, how do I word this, to be assholes a lot. How about that? Does that make sense?
There could be like, okay, let's say Wilson, and let's say you know Wilson, right? And his dad killed somebody. And then this guy gets in a couple of fights at school. It's automatically tied. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
he's gonna be like his dad.
Yeah, he's just like his dad. Stay away from them people. They're
I
all
feel
pieces
like
of
that
shit.
does nothing but help make it like he's his dad.
Right, exactly.
That thought process right there.
Well, I
'Cause,
mean,
like that dude obviously needs like help working through the fact his dad just murdered someone, not like being accused of being just like him.
so
I mean,
there's that.
yeah, a lot of that stuff. I think it, from what we've discussed and seen with our own eyes, it has to be fucking in your blood.
You would.
I just feel like
It's
man,
kind of hard to
it's
say
just
that.
a,
but-
like a unique obstacle you would have to overcome if you're the person that grew up in that kind of circumstance. You know,
Quick to get angry,
like it would
like
be
short temper.
Yeah, it would be easier for you to go that path because that's what you were raised around. You know, it's just not that you can't get out of it. It's just that that's a unique obstacle to you.
Do you think flies fuck, Jeremy?
Hey, I asked that question earlier. As soon as somebody was like walking into the break room stuff, like I didn't do it on purpose. This girl like walked in and I was looking at Jake or something. These two flies were like buzzing around me and they were real close to each other. They were either fighting or fucking. And I said, "Hey, do you think flies fuck?" And she turned right around and walked out.
Dude, it was like dead silent before that. So she walked into a dead silent room and then immediately he's like, "Do you think flies fuck?"
They kept buzzing around me and I was watching, you know. Do they?
yes,
They
I
do?
think everything has sex.
Fish
Fish
don't.
don't.
Do
Yeah.
they?
Apparently,
Yeah. Female
Female-
fish lay eggs and the guy comes over and jerks off on it.
shoots ropes on them.
I prefer that. Okay, well then almost everything does. I mean, haven't you ever seen two flies, one on top of each other, like fucking frogs? Y'all ever seen frogs, mate?
No.
Damn. Do you guys ever leave your fucking house?
I've just never seen frogs fuck.
Yeah,
I've been
okay, well,
outside. I've seen them.
I've
I've
seen
never
cats
seen-
rape. That's about it.
I've never
that's
seen two
so
frogs.
terrible.
I've always seen frogs by themselves.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, one's on top of the other one, like
Other and
yeah,
Other
other and
Hell yeah.
chokehold from the back, buddy.
That's the best way. Frogs got it right.
Real quick before I forget, where we were talking about first experience with porn and stuff, and maybe you remember this story where my cousin fucked me over. You know what Newgrounds is?
No, your cousin was your first experience.
No. So
I know Newgrounds.
my cousin
obviously.
had a laptop, and I was in his room, and I was playing Newgrounds, and they have adult games on there, shitty adult games, but I was playing them. And I remember there's one like it was like Aliens. There's like a chick laying on a bed, and you weren't supposed to get caught or something like as an alien. And I was playing this game, and she's naked. And while I'm playing it, I was like laughing with my cousin. I'm like, this game's so fucking weird, and just chilling. And he was like in the floor playing with tech decks or something. And his mom started coming. I heard her coming down the hallway, and it was like wooden floors. And I was like, and as she opened the door, I clicked out of everything and closed it. And she was like, what were you looking at? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, let me see it. And she took it into the living room. I'm like, fuck. And like, she had a talk with me because prior to that, he was all over porn, like everything, boobies, big boobies, all kinds of boobies. And oh, no. The big problem with it was he had the laptop before she came in, and he threw it on my lap, and I closed it out.
Oh, what a dick.
But it's funny looking back at it. But dude, I was shitting my pants. I was like, oh my God, he did that. And they were like, yeah, we know what you're looking at. And like, they showed me it. And I was like, fuck.
You know how like then that was like a life or death situation to you. That bit of embarrassment that
It
you
was
suffered for
so
seeing porn. But now you're like, what the fuck?
Or the trouble you was going to get in. That's all it ever was for me.
Just
It's like,
an
I'm
awkward
gonna-
conversave. That's the amount of trouble that you're really going
I
to
would have
get
fucking
into.
got grounded forever.
For porn.
Yes.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
You're not. You know what? Their favorite thing to take away from me was my fucking football cards. Dude, I had those things took away for a year, and I don't even remember why.
For a year?
Yes.
Quit
Damn.
rapping.
They were in a box. It's like, imagine a Christmas tree box, right? With the top of it like was taped, and they were all just poured into this box. And then I had like a couple of albums or whatever that was like laid in there. And I remember, dude, it was Christmas time, and I didn't even fucking have them once. I'm like, what is this? I don't even remember.
Do
what
you
for.
know like those big bags like you can get comforters in?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had one of those filled up with just loose cards. Like I just
Yep.
threw them in there and I carried it. I remember my mom took us on a vacation to like Gatlinburg, and I had a bag full of clothes and a bag full of my cards. with
Hell
me.
yeah, dude. Those were good times.
It blows my mind that you get grounded for porn, man.
I never got grounded for porn. I
Listen,
would
He's
have.
watching
was-
Harry Potter porn. They're
This
like,
was
oh,
a di-
witchcraft.
We were raised
Witchcraft.
different times than y'all.
I mean, my
man.
parents would have just never brought it up.
My
feel
dad
like-
wanted to make sure I was not queer, but he didn't want me looking at titties either.
I remember getting in trouble.
Such a weird contradiction.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you guys remember this. Britney Spears started a movie one time. I think it was called The Road Trip, if I ain't mistaken. I never watched it, but in the commercials, she this goes on so stupid. She's bouncing or jumping up and down the bed in panties. Now I made some comment, right? I was like, fuck, I want to see that movie or something like that. To my sister. My sister tells my mom that I said I wanted to see Britney Spears in panties. Why do you want to see her for? Why? Like, it was such like it was the worst thing in the world. I'm fucking 13 or whatever. And she's like, why do you want to see her in panties for, huh? I don't understand. Why do you want that? That's disgusting.
Dude, that makes me mad for you. Then I would have been so furious.
I've
if I was you
got
in
a
that
story like
situation.
that.
I would have been. I would have been like, nah, fuck it. I'm a straight dude.
Yeah.
I'm a straight dude. Fuck off.
I'm sucking dick from now on.
Got a story like that. I was me, my dad, my stepmom, and my sister all in the truck sitting in the KFC parking lot right around prom time. And these three teenagers walk out, and you got to think I'm like 12, okay? And they were all in like prom dresses, and my stepmom goes, "Oh, I like the one in the red." My sister goes, "The one in the white's pretty." And I said, "Yeah, I like them all." And my dad like turned around and like had his head reared back, like about to smack the shit out of me because I said that. And I literally went back and I was like, "What? Don't you fucking say that about them."
Isn't it sad? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what did I do
That's
wrong?
So strange to me. At 16, my parents were cracking jokes at me for getting laid. That's just such a different
don't even know what to
experience,
say.
man. I mean, there was a double standard there. I was a dude. They wouldn't have been cracking jokes about my sister. So maybe you can claim
rightfully,
unfairness there.
rightfully so.
But I'm just saying. I also was, the last kid there, so maybe my older siblings had to deal with that. I don't know.
I'll always probably remember that. For some reason, it just, I don't know.
I mean, I didn't like make obscene jokes or anything like next to my parents about anything like that. Like, I wasn't like,
kid.
damn, look at that girl like in front of my mom or dad.
Shake
like, I never
that
did
ass,
I never
maybe.
said nothing like that either. My papa would take us to Charlie's, me and my cousin when we were real little, and then we would pick out what he called a rant row. Whatever girl that we found attractive, we got to pick one. He would pick one, I would pick one, and my cousin would pick one.
And so the pimping began.
The only thing, like, I've told this story before, but the only thing like that, when I was like 16, I was in Ohio with my aunt and uncle's house, and like in the middle of the night, my uncle, like, I think he like got me to come in there or something, I don't remember, and he was watching softcore porn on the TV, and he's like, look at the tits on her, and I thought it was so fucking weird.
Fucking uncomfortable.
I was like, yeah, your wife, my aunt, is sleeping over in that
dude,
room.
me
This is
being
weird.
me being 30 now, there's no way I'd do that to anybody at that age.
It's
you know
weird.
what I mean?
You could crack fucking jokes. Like if it's like your nephew or something, he's like 16. You can be like, "Oh, you're into girls, huh?" Fuck
It
with
would
him a bit.
take-
But like,
I don't know. I don't want to talk to them until I know they're adults. Until I know they're 18. That way, I got freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Like I say whatever I want.
I feel like you just noticed them looking at that chick, like, quit staring, buddy. like just fuck with them. But that was weird to me,
What would you guys do if we were recording the podcast and as soon as you all got here, you come in the living room and I've just got some hardcore ass double penetration porn playing on the TV?
I think it was hilarious.
Fucking laugh.
Okay, so I know that's okay. So I got
Bro,
to
you
see-
forgot to turn your shit
see-
off.
No, it's staying on.
Bro, you got premium?
You just got shit dripping off of the ceiling.
Oh.
Just in time, guys. Just finished.
Mind the spot. I remember when I was 12 and I first started working at Walmart, and I remember being back in the dairy cooler, like filling milk or something with some guy. I don't remember his name, but he was just like,
Bobby.
no, it wasn't him. I don't remember who it was.
I
It
felt
wasn't
like
him.
that's what he meant, and he wasn't saying it. Then
I
he name dropped.
I thought he meant Corey.
No. It's no one I know. But anyway, I was back there and he's like, like doing that. And I'm like, and he's like, how's it going? And I'm like, pretty good. And he's like, I'm trying to see a titty, like looking out the cooler. He's like,
There's no way that ain't Bobby.
Yeah, no way.
I bet you're trying so hard.
one time he was like, one time I saw this chick whip her titty out and start breastfeeding right there. And I'm just like, and he's like, right? Like all happy about it.
Yeah,
Man,
got
the
it.
stories that those two said, like about seeing stuff through the milk cooler, crazy.
Yeah, just I don't know. I don't like that conversation, especially with someone like I don't know. I'm just like, what the fuck are you saying to me right now?
You respect them when they're breastfeeding, right?
Yeah,
You don't. Look
Oh
at it.
man, can
Free
we
the
have
nipple.
can we have this
No, we
conversation?
can't.
No.
We can't.
Oh fuck.
There's no way that wasn't Bobby. No way.
Is it?
Little titties on this woman right here. Jeremy. He'd be right beside him. Not exaggerating at all. Hey Jeremy, little titties on this woman right here. Little titties on this woman right here. I just about had to fuck her. Remember me, Jeremy? It's old Big Dick Bob. You got any of that pussy flavored yogurt back there?
Dude, he come through there with a chub one time and like grabs his dick. So look at here, look at here. Jesus Christ. I swear.
That shit is what I'm talking about. Like I don't
That's too far.
I don't know how to compose myself in that situation. I'm like,
Oh, I could hardly compose myself too. I about dropped my britches right there.
no, I mean like, what do you do? Like,
Laugh.
look at mine.
I don't know. I was comfortable with Bobby. It's him.
in that moment, yeah. But I'm saying like I've seen
Yeah,
witness
you.
stuff, and I don't know you. I don't. Why are you saying that shit? That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
You and Zach still queer? He calls me from time to time asking if me and you fucking. I was like, yeah, man, you can't stop us. You seen any pussy down there?
Dude, he legit one time sees my sister leave the frozen aisle. Sees my
Oh,
sister leave the
shit.
frozen aisle. And he starts pointing at like tits and like doing a motion and like pointing. I kept just putting my head down, shaking it no. he comes back around like he was down here, and he come around and goes, "Are you fucking queer or something?" He's like, "Do you not see that girl with them titties?" I was like, "That's my sister." He goes, "I thought you were queer."
And then Seth goes, "But yes, I have."
But I noticed.
I do. That story always makes me fucking laugh.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, all that just awkward. I don't know. I guess when you get older, you don't give a fuck.
I don't think Bobby gave a fuck from the time he was 12.
You gotta have that
Bob.
confidence.
Yes.
Name drop and shit talk. Let's go for it.
Does he live up the street?
No.
Noah
but
said that's his
No.
car, and that he lives in those apartments right
that he lives closer to Hollingsworth, but there's a house right there. The guy's name is Bobby Summers, and they both have the same fucking wife too. Same name,
there. Same wife.
same woman.
All right, sorry, Jake.
No, you're
Well, let's continue.
Oh, I just
And
don't
look
like-
how pretty it is outside now.
Yeah, dude. Earlier it was doom and gloom in here. I was like squinting to see it when it started raining.
I wish it rained all day.
You ever been to a concert?
Never. Mm-mm.
Have you?
I'm never going to go.
Dude, the only concert I was really interested in was hip hop concerts, and I'm not going to be the only white guy in a concert.
You won't. You won't. You
Won't do it.
It might have been then, but not
Back
now.
then, yeah.
Well-
I just felt uncomfortable as shit.
I was thinking about this, but like I don't understand like mosh pits completely. Like running in there and just wailing against each other just like baffles me a little bit.
Have you ever been in a mosh pit?
No, the videos I've seen, it ain't as it ain't fist to face.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean,
it's a
uh,
whole bunch of guys being stupid. That's all it looks like to me.
me, Brad, and Chase went to Warp Tour together, and we went into
It was
this
a
one
Attila.
stage, Attila, and they were playing some hardcore music, and they were getting a mosh pit going. I'm like, all right, we're in it, and I think Brad ended up pushing Chase for some
Oh,
reason.
let me explain this.
Okay.
Let me explain this.
Brad, take over.
No, I'm gonna take
All 80 pounds
Okay,
of Chase gets his ass kicked.
no, man. Like, first of all, this is Attila, so they're like a screamo band, kind of, like one double bass drum, fucking, right, that kind of music.
Love the double bass drums. Fucking awesome.
But that kind of music, and the mosh pit starts out kind of like a, like a jump rave thing, like pushing into people with like your shoulders and shit, and then it gets more like, a guy over here starts fucking flailing around, a guy over here starts doing it, and there was like a circle going where somebody was in the middle of it, and Chase was trying to push me in this motherfucker, right? So I shoved him back, and when I shoved him back, the dude, I think in the middle, or it might have been a different guy completely, done like a spinning roundhouse kick and fucking like right in the center of Chase's chest and knocked him back like 5 foot, dude.
It was raining prior to this, so everything was muddy. He had like a big giant shoe print on his shirt. I don't know, like the going around circles, kind of jumping into each other, that's fine. But like what he just said, there's people flailing their fucking arms around, and I was like, you look like a moron.
Like
right
if you
now.
weren't paying attention, you were going to catch a bow or a fish.
Yeah,
Something.
it was just
Yeah, I've like I said, I've seen the videos of that, but if you never notice, there's always a space in between everybody else and that person.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't like it. But the concert was cool. I remember at one point I picked Chase up and threw him on top of the crowd, and he just disappeared. Like they carried him out.
They crowd
Holy shit.
surfed him to the front.
Wow.
It took us forever to find him.
They were doing it to a lot of people. Like there's at least probably 10, 12 people that got crowd surfed all the way.
It was pretty cool.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to do it. I was afraid I was going to get pickpocketed. They're like,
Brad brought $10. He was not losing.
no,
that
I didn't want to lose
$10.
my ID. It was like the rest of my shit.
And then later that day, it kept raining, like thunderstorming, so they kept like canceling it halfway through. And they're like, everybody has to go inside this building.
2 things I want to add to the fucking concert thing. One, where it was raining, it got really fucking muddy, and then there was like assholes in the crowd that would like grab mud balls and sling them up into the fucking
The
crowd,
air,
like
yeah.
sling them up in the air. So if like you weren't fucking looking, like you were going to get smacked in the back.
I don't remember that, so thank God, because I would have got pelted.
I remember people doing that. Second thing is we were watching a completely different band. I forgot. I think it might have been This Wild Life.
Yeah,
Was it?
probably.
And there was these 2 girls in front of us,
Oh.
and they were kind of being flirty, if I remember right. I totally ruined this shit.
Towards each other?
Like towards
Oh.
us. There's me, him, and Chase.
Oh hell yeah!
And there was like, was it like beach balls or whatever it was that was like surfing through the crowd. I didn't notice this bitch like reach up to hit it as it was coming, and it wound up I basically smacked it out of her fucking hands. And she looked back at me heartbroken, man. Like
She would have probably sucked your dick right
she
there.
probably would have, man.
You should have just been like, I'm alpha.
Yeah.
I didn't see her reach for it, but like as soon as I hit it and she turned around, I was like, oh, I just fucked that up.
Well, speaking of, I was on Reddit the other day. I don't think it's under Trashy, the subreddit Trashy. Anyway, they're at a concert like that, and then the person's like videoing the band and turns, and right here's a dude with his pants to his ankles getting his dick sucked.
Oh, man.
Badass.
And then it just pans right back to the band. What do you
What's
your
give that
thoughts on
person
that,
room?
Jake? Give them room. I'm not getting near them.
I know, but like, just say you're like in a deep crowd, like shoulder to shoulder, and then someone's like, "Oh, he's getting his dick sucked." And you're like 15
No,
feet
you cheer that
back.
chick on.
You show her how it's done. That's what you mean.
Do it for women's rights.
I do not.
You
cheer
suck that dick.
I guess I would wish I would cheer her on. Actually,
No,
yeah.
man, you get the fuck
Fucking
away.
whore.
I'm joking.
But no,
It's fucking weird.
I'm seeing this a lot. Actually, there's been a lot of public sex videos being put on there. There people in a park, like one chick laying on the bench. This dude's just going to town, and people like will come up and like hit him with shit. So one person came up with a chair and just fucking just knocks him right in the back.
Yeah.
I seen cops arrest a couple people, but I've seen several of these videos in the last month.
For that Pornhub channel, they're trying to get them subscribers.
But what do you think about that, Jake? What's your thoughts?
What?
Yeah,
like-
we'll just go back to the concert one. Dude standing there getting his dick sucked. Like, I don't understand.
I don't either. I wouldn't do that. Like, that's just weird, and that's how you end up getting what's the thing called?
A public indecent exposure.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, if
minor.
anyone's a minor around, what is that? What the fuck do you call it? Not
Soliciting?
statutory rape, but what makes you a predator? A sex offender.
Sex offender. Yeah.
God damn, you guys were no help.
Yeah.
I was
Well, you
thinking.
didn't give no one
I
time.
mean, honestly, in the context of like how Warped Tour was, people were like smoking weed left and right throughout the crowd. People
Oh.
could have got away with that shit. Like,
That's a little different than pulling your dick out.
yeah,
And,
I'm just saying, people could have got away with it.
Would you, unmarried Jake? Could you do public sex?
like that?
Yeah,
No.
public, like
No.
in front of people.
No.
Like Jake's like, I can't even piss in front of people.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Stage fright, man. That's
Yeah.
killer.
God damn.
Is it cold in here?
It's not because of that. I think it was just I don't want to get in trouble.
It ain't
That'd be
even
it.
trouble. It's just fucking, I don't know, weird.
It is weird.
R-
It is
rude.
too.
I was trying to think of a good word for it. Just like,
Disgusting.
yeah, disgusting. That's probably the best word.
Disrespectful to everyone.
I
that
wanted to
walks
say
by.
I
Disrespectful
wanted
to
to say
the woman.
disrespectful.
She's better than that.
Why is that always my thought? Like, she's sitting there sucking dude's dick, and it's
You're
like,
better than that. Quit.
him. It's like, oh, he's getting his dick sucked. Her, how could you do this to yourself?
You've fallen so far.
Oh my god, you're somebody's queen.
I mean, it's an assumption, but I would assume like that dude in that crowd and that chick probably are both high
Yeah.
as a
Oh,
guy.
yeah, definitely. Not a care in the world.
No, don't give a fuck.
It's not nice to assume. Maybe she just likes to suck dick.
Publicly.
She was crawling around looking for her contact. Dude was pissing, and he pissed right in her mouth.
All right, well, think about then if they didn't get caught.
That's how my
that dude has a
ex-girlfriend cheated.
story, man. That dude has a story. He's gonna tell everyone. Be like, dude, I got my dick sucked at this concert in '98.
I agree. That's awesome, but not in the middle of the crowd.
That adds to that's spice.
All right,
It
come on.
does.
If somebody you knew, right, told you that story that happened,
He
to
wouldn't
them,
believe it.
I would.
and by some miracle
You know
you
what?
believed it.
Let's bring that up after this. If somebody I knew told me that story, I'd believe it. But like, dude, this motherfucker here. I mean, me and Jake already discussed some things like this prior. You know what I mean? But it ain't always as awesome as it sounds.
But
You know,
no.
it's
You can
definitely
say
not
like
always
all kinds of crazy shit, but like it's the idea that pops in your head about like, oh, you guys dick sucked at a concert, badass, is like
Hell
in
yeah.
reality like 50 people standing around. I'm like, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, what is
Like-
wrong with you? All right, Jake, where's this all coming from, bro?
Oh,
The whole
okay.
I don't believe nobody about anything.
So for the podcast, just so everybody knows, Seth believed the army guy carried all his troopers up 15 miles of rain and a
Stormtroopers.
tsunami. Yeah, and that was believable totally in passing. Doesn't know this guy.
I
And
don't
then
think you understood the like connotation of saying stormtroopers there. He was a
It's a
fucking
pun.
Nazi. You believe the Nazi? That's even better.
He wasn't a Nazi. Everybody, don't listen to that. They're way exaggerating.
Anyway.
shit.
So Brad said he made a fucking fire with just some sticks, one of these episodes ago.
Native American
No.
style, twisting the stick.
No, this wasn't on an episode. This was us talking at work.
Oh, was it? Okay, well,
I
Brad,
thought it was on the episode.
regardless,
Regardless, yeah.
Oh, wait, maybe you're right. Maybe it was.
Seth pretended like he believed it on the podcast, but he does not believe
Uh-huh.
that was happened. He's like, Brad can't do that. Brad
It
can't."
wasn't discussed in detail, but the way that you said it was really hot and it took a long time. and
Yeah.
that he took 2 sticks. You didn't say this, but this is my imagination. Is you got either some leaves or some shavings or whatever, and took 2 sticks and rubbed them together until you started a fire.
No, like you have one flat and you have like shavings or whatever on it, and then you take another one that's vertical and you twist it into it to where it makes a groove and then makes friction and it'll start a fire.
Right.
It took fucking forever. I don't know if I could do it now. I'm not going to claim that I can. I had help then. Like it was hot.
That's the story.
Seth would make you go out there right now. It's poured.
2
He's like,
pieces
"Why can't
of
you do it?" Yeah.
wet sticks. Like, do it. Come on, let's do it.
Anyway, that was one thing, and the other thing was I got an ad blocker on my phone, and I told you how that stuff worked, and you're like, "Oh, that's fucking fake." And
No,
I'm like, "Oh."
you did not say it was an ad blocker.
I got an ad blocker, and the other thing that's supposed to like see what you see. It's pretty much 4 ads.
That is not what you told me.
What
It
did I
was
tell you?
it was a credit card thief fucking
No,
protector
it's
bullshit.
information. They try to get
It
your
was
information.
complete horseshit.
See, this is what
This-
happened. You went into the acceptability meter. And he
Hold
thought,
on.
He thought that teeters towards bullshit, and then he threw the rest of everything you said after that into the category of bullshit.
Yeah. He
This
heard
is-
me go, I
this-
got this thing on my phone and it does this. Oh, that's cool. And then it want.
The whole ad blocker, you never mentioned that to
Well,
me.
I
This is
got-
what you said. I paid a bill. Okay.
Pay the
And
bill.
yes, like you use your debit card to pay a bill. And apparently this thing sends some kind of fucking email to him telling him that 4,000 people across the country tried to hack into his thing and steal his information.
No.
And that this ad blocker blocked it. Dude, that's exactly what you told me.
What I said.
Yes, it
No,
is.
I
That
pulled
is
it
why I
up.
said it was
I
bullshit.
pulled it up and showed you, and I was like,
And you
yeah, these
kept
are the
going,
people
like-
trying to get information. When you see an ad, it gets into your phone and what do you call it? Targets you. Like these are the ads he'll want, sees your information that way, and
They
it's
stop
saying
your
it'll
clicks.
stop it.
Bro, this had nothing to do with ads. It was they're wanting your credit card information. There was like a list of 4,000. Then you said, and at this point in time, like 2 days later, it happened, and it was 7,000 people.
I'll see what the fuck it's at now. How about that?
Exactly. Not that they were targeting you to try and sell you fucking shoes. That they were all stealing your information, and this was protecting you.
I feel like
The-
you.
the
only
That
heard-
is what you said.
The way
It's at
you're explaining this,
36,000.
it's like your memory is like a series of statements, but nothing in between the statements. So you're like, he
And-
bought app. It stopped people from hack. like,
No.
like, that's all you remember.
The thing was, I'm not even exaggerating the numbers. These are the numbers he threw out at me, and I looked at him like he was retarded. Like he's like, I
There's that
paid for
word.
this. Yes, he's like,
You know
I
what?
paid for this.
I'm quitting this podcast. I am Nate.
Anyway, it was like I paid for this ad blocker thing
I
that
didn't pay
protects.
for
He
it.
didn't even call it an ad blocker. It protects me from my identity not getting stolen. And they told me that they protected me from 4,000 people stealing my identity, and I laughed at
Holy shit.
it.
Multiple things. Didn't pay for it. It's an app that prevents ads from tracking you. I think it can stop the credit card. Like I don't know if you even get these, but emails. It's like, oh yeah, this you got an email and it's like Hulu has been accessed or these passwords have been leaked. You should change your shit. It stops that. That's what I told you, and you heard want. I'm a liar. Want. Brad can't make fire. Want.
4,000 people wanted to steal Jake's identity.
It's at
And this thing
36,000 now.
There you go. And these people wanted to fucking protect him for free. For
Jeremy,
this.
can you weigh in on this?
This is
at
a
all?
load of
I'm
shit.
abstaining.
Oh, okay. Brad,
You guys are too much alpha. I can't compete with that.
You didn't do that before you talked.
Staying out of that.
I'm just saying, they're not protecting you from all this. If this was something that you was paying for, they are
You can
saying
pay
all
for it.
this happened and none of this happened because I'm 30, almost 31 years old. My identity ain't been stolen. I don't know anybody's that has.
That's because you keep
Unless
forgetting your emails.
Unless you leave your debit card laying around for somebody to get. It don't happen that often.
I feel you.
I feel like there's already protectors out there on that. Like the website you're using is already secure in the most part. Have you had your identity stolen?
No, but the website is totally not secure.
Then why are you putting your information in there?
Websites
if you
are
don't
legally allowed to sell your information for ad companies.
your debit card information.
No, I'm not
That
saying
is
that.
what I'm
not
saying.
that.
That is what I'm saying. Your debit card is not out there, in the most part, for people to just pick up and use.
I agree with that.
Because if it was, then who wouldn't be doing it?
I agree with that. What I was saying was that it prevents your accounts from getting hacked where my credit card is on or my debit card, whatever. So people are buying whatever the fuck and sending it to themselves.
If someone had
ad
your Amazon and your card was already on there, they could order shit, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, the ad part, Facebook does that.
Yeah. Well, either way, that's what I got. So now that you understand, you heard it more, and you got your side out, I forgive you.
Okay.
The amount of sexual tension around.
There was that.
I feel like that's an argument of varying degrees. Like, it says that it stopped 6,000 attempts at it, and he's like, that's a little too much. And it probably is, but it probably helps.
But the way he sold it to me was it's stopping the debit card information, not ad blockers.
I might have said it wrong.
And that is what I don't believe. I do not believe that it sat there and it protected you from 6,000 people, 4,000, whatever, trying to get your debit information. Because if that was the case, why didn't one of these 4,000 people get it before you got this ad blocker?
I'm getting emails left and right. Well, I haven't since I got this.
We also, everybody gets your car warranty is expired. You need to renew it.
God.
That is what I
that
think
should be
of.
illegal.
When you get those emails, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It's the same
No.
thing.
I'm getting emails from Google saying my accounts have been compromised. It was like, we found this bullshit on the dark web. Your password, whatever for this has been leaked, or your email has been leaked. You should change your password.
Do you scroll all the way down and make sure it's like Google that's actually
Yeah, it's
sending
Google.
you this?
Because I sign in on my Google account and it says it.
I would just, to be safe, not click whatever link that particular email has, and then go to your Google account separately and
I
change
know.
the password.
To be extra safe, I just completely ignore it.
I agree.
He's like, I don't even know my own password.
If you get on Google, it'll show you like compromised passwords and stuff, and it's like, don't use the same password for every account, because if one gets hacked, they're going to try to cross the board on like everything.
Guilty, Jeremy.
Yeah, I've got 3 passwords for everything.
I'm
I got
very
like
guilty.
50 variations of the same 3
Yes.
passwords for everything.
The only thing that happened to me was that 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. Amazon. From 10 years ago, it said that your Amazon account's been hacked, and my debit card was already expired by then, so it didn't do nothing.
Suckers.
Yeah.
Speaking of technology and stuff, this got brought up today, and I was wanting to talk about it, but Brad's computer getting smited.
Ooh, back in the day.
Here we go, Brad.
The lightning bolt.
Why are you bringing this up again? It's like PTSD, like so fucking furious, man.
You want to talk about it? Let it
No.
out a little bit.
Like a $400 computer and like a $400 or $500 TV, both got fucking fried by a lightning strike. Like, I might have had the computer 4 months. The TV was like maybe a month.
Hey, you want to hear something? I believe that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of how pissed off. It was $1,000 fucking lightning strike, man. That still hurts. It still hurts. That was like 4 years ago. Ugh.
The odds of that happening. You know, after that happened, it scared the shit out of me every time it rained. Like, I heard thunder and I thought it was coming.
It didn't
I was
even
like, I'm
happen to
playing
you.
shit.
It didn't even happen to you. I'm double checking surge protectors and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, man, if that was me, I'd kill myself. And I unplugged everything.
I got lucky that it didn't fry my PlayStation that was plugged into the TV.
It's so weird how it
Yeah, you think
did.
it should.
Yeah, I they must have something built into that that's more resistant.
How did you know it was fried? Like, did you open the computer and like the hard drives just like melted or
It
something?
wouldn't turn on. Like it was on.
Makes
and so
me
was
wonder
the
if
TV,
some-
and then they were just. I was sitting in front of the fucking TV
you was
when the
there when it
lightning
happened.
hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm thinking you're at work and you come home, your shit ain't working.
And
Like,
just
you
throw it in
gotta-
the trash.
I was sitting in
immediately.
front of the TV watching something. I don't even fucking remember what the fuck I was watching. And then all of a sudden I hear boom, and it just fucking cuts off. And I was like, no.
I'm thinking you had a pissed off father or ex-girlfriend or some shit.
Nah, man, I was there when it happened. That lightning strike was maybe 10 feet from the fucking house.
Brad
I saw
walked
where it
in
went
there
in the
into his
ground.
dad's room. Did you pour water down my TV?
Why the
Shout
fuck
out
would I
Bill
do that? Speaking of that, Bill Burr's F is for Family is getting one more season, I think.
Yes.
It's coming out, I'm pretty sure, at the end of this year.
Fuck that.
So,
I want
good.
another stand-up special.
Another
Come on, Bill
stand-up.
Burr, please.
Oh, man, F is for Family is pretty good. I
I
hope they wrap
enjoy
it
it very
up
much.
pretty good.
Since we're talking about TV shows, everybody's been watching Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
I don't think we should talk spoilers.
Oh, we're
spoilers.
not. We
Okay,
won't.
good,
We
good.
won't.
Yeah.
Well, this ain't coming out for like another week or so.
Well, you know,
Did you say the last episode of this season was
backstory.
the Negan backstory?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I started that one.
Good.
I think I'm like 5 or 10 minutes into it, and I start playing Madden.
I can't do that. Like, if I start something, I want to finish it right there. Like, unless I'm fucking passing out, then I can't
Okay,
help
when
it.
you go to watch it again, will you restart it completely?
No.
No. See, that
Mm-mm.
that pulled you out of it. It had
I
to start.
I might to rewind 30 seconds and then refresh my memory of what the last thing I saw
Was
was.
it only 5 minutes in? I would restart it.
I think it's 5, maybe 5 or 10. I don't know. But yesterday I had so much time on my hands, and I'm like, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing with all this time. It's like, do I watch this show or should I be playing? What should I be doing right now? And like, I started watching it, and I really didn't want to, you know.
Mhm.
So, and since I wasn't into it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn this off because I want to pull my chair up, get comfy, and play Madden for the next 3
You know
hours.
what you could have done?
You?
Watched your movie.
I know. I didn't think of it, man. I know.
So where I just finished that last season of Walking Dead, where we were talking about subtitles earlier. Man, I don't know if it was like for you to
One episode.
No, but this was like 2 or 3 that I noticed fuck ups. Like, it was going fine until I got to like the teens, and then one episode just no subtitles. Like, they wouldn't come on. I was like, what? And then the second episode it had subtitles, but they got delayed. And then the next episode there was no subtitles, and it was like hit and miss. And I don't know. The only reason I remember it is because where I'm in an apartment, I try to be conscious of my neighbors, and I don't want shit.
You're the
being
only
loud.
one.
Yeah, probably. But I'm like, this is loud as fuck. And I'm like, my neighbors are probably asleep right now because I'm up at like 2 a.m. watching TV. So I'm like trying to keep it down. So I'm watching it, and then there's no subtitles, and they're fucking whispering to each other because, like, random moments, it's like loud explosions, and they're like, hey, let's go do this. I'm like, what did they say? Where
It
are they
happened to
going?
me once where it was delayed subtitles, and that was annoying. I
Yeah.
even turned the episode off and got back on. It still done it. So I
Yeah.
thought it was like a Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Also, my internet's not the best sometimes. It loaded up an episode and it only played the subtitles and was not playing the video. So it's just completely black, right? And I'm sitting here like reading the subtitles, and I'm thinking maybe they're in a dark room. You also couldn't hear, like, all you could see was the subtitles. So I'm thinking maybe they're whispering or something. And I went like that for like 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm like,
He gets
this
to-
shit ain't
He
right.
gets to a point and he's reading it and he's like, the sun is too bright.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And it was an episode where some real shit was happening too. I'll tell you later, so no spoilers.
You're fucking watching a podcast.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, it's gotta be like an internet issue, I'd imagine, for
Yeah.
the video at least.
definitely. It just loaded up like shit.
I'm surprised you guys have already finished it.
Dude, I finished it in
quick.
2 fucking days.
Dude, in 24 hours, he watched 19 and a half hours of this shit. Him and I don't like watching movies, Vicky.
King move, man.
We got 7 episodes in, and then she was like, I'm kind of burnt out on Walking Dead. I'm like, okay. And then we watched something else. I can't remember. And then the next day we woke up and just
They
until
got
we went to
DoorDash from Wendy's, and then they started just running through
That's
it.
the life.
Dude,
That is the
so my
life.
mom's been doing it the last 2 days, and I'm happy as shit for her because it's not a job, but at least she's getting out of the house working a job.
You don't
Basically,
consider DoorDash a job?
I'm not saying it's not a job, but it's not physical labor. How about that?
Okay, I feel you on that.
I think it pretty much goes out to like $10 to $12 an hour is what you're getting paid, at least around here. Like, she did 2 trips and made almost $22, and then yesterday she said she did a trip for the jail. So the people down at the jail ordered something. A lot of it's McDonald's. She said she's done 1 Wendy's and a whole bunch of McDonald's. Anyway, they tipped her $14 at the jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
The tips are where you're going to get that money, man.
Yeah, she only does it for like 2 or 3 hours at a time too. Like, she's got a window from like 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. around that.
If I didn't have a gas guzzling truck, I'd probably try it.
It's something.
You gotta bring it to him. Like maybe talk to somebody.
I like how he assumes you don't have the social capability of doing
No,
that.
he does. He just does not want
Ah,
to
yeah.
talk to anybody.
Like
Look at him.
Larry. When Larry brought me my food, I was like, "See ya, Larry. Like you might have to do it."
I feel like he just like kicks the door, drops it. and then-
I wish everybody could see Jeremy's fucking face.
Tip. I can be friendly.
Well, I don't know. It's not something I would probably be.
If you had
Wanting
2
to do.
hours to kill and you wanted to do something, you're sitting out in town waiting on something. It's not bad, I don't think. She said on the map, she said you should see the map because it is busy in like Knoxville.
You could do it like a porn star type thing, like a porn video, whatever. You're an Uber Eats driver and you get there and you pull out your phone for instructions, like come inside and leave it on the counter. I'm in the bathroom. Come in for your tip. Strut in there.
Would your queen allow it?
If I had one,
She would if you had one.
she better.
Okay,
You said she was a queen.
so you would do that. Would you Uber people around or whatever the fuck there is now?
No.
Would you be a taxi driver? That's basically what he's asking.
I mean, on your own time.
I know
though.
it's funny how that's like so popular now.
Not around here. Yeah, it's okay.
I
You'll
don't,
fix it
I
one
don't
day,
think I
buddy.
could, man. I'm not a real big germaphobe, but I don't want a whole bunch of fucking retards in my truck.
He says that after he's had every one of us in his truck.
I trust y'all.
We're all like, woo! Chase hanging out the window.
Chase breaking the trim on his door the one time he was in it.
Yeah, no shit. In your guys' defense, I am the only one that's thrown up in my truck.
Well, I mean, my biggest issue with driving people around would just be like getting assholes or disrespectful people. Like if I was to do it, like someone come pick me up, I don't want to talk really. I'd just be like sitting there doing my own thing, like thanks. See ya.
Jake makes a motion like sitting here on my phone scrolling while driving.
No, if I was getting picked up, like
okay.
that's how I'd be. But I've seen videos of people getting in the car and they're like just being dicks, kicking the back of the seat and like cussing people and shit like that. Just being
I
You
feel like
immediately
trashy.
pull over and tell them to get the fuck out of your car.
I feel like
yeah,
the only
then you
way
get
I,
1 star and you can't pick up anyone again.
the only
Have
way
you-
I would do that is if you had like the full on like limo sliding like a police car, man. Like you can't fuck with me.
Hang something up. It's like, do you feel like communicating, or are you very talkative, or something like that?
Yeah.
Where you said you get 1 star, I've seen similar things, and they have a video camera recording
That's a
them
good
at all
idea.
times. That way, you know what's going on, and you can argue your side.
I could just imagine like getting kicked. Can you please stop it? I'm trying to drive, and they're like, I'm giving you 1 star.
In an area that I know well, as in our county, I wouldn't mind as much because I know it.
Yeah,
you know where you're
most
going,
of the
basically.
places.
But then again, could you imagine the people that need rides around here? Exactly. That's what you're going to get. And I do not.
What'd you call him? Nummies? Chewy?
Chewy. I drove by a lady yesterday that was trying to get a ride, right? And from behind, didn't look normal. Like it looks like she was carrying a bag, and she like kind of had her hand out, like trying to wave people down, and was walking. And when you pass, it was
The Walking Dead.
Yes, that's what she was. And I was like, nope, and just
My-
kept on driving.
My
Did
head
you
immediately
pull
went
off
to
to the side a little
methed
bit?
out
No,
stripper, methed out fucking prostitute in downtown La Follette. That's
I kind of feel bad that that's the way we all do. I mean, you look at somebody like that, I'm just like, I do not want this person in my car.
Yeah.
At all.
I mean, it's
Like,
your
You're
car.
gonna leave something on the seat that I can't get off.
They get out.
wow. It smells like Rent-A-Center.
It's been used recently.
No, I imagine like them getting in and leaving mud all over the bottom of the thing. You know, it's I don't want to do none of that.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to have your car like retrofitted for that shit. Like,
If they were clean looking, then maybe they're a clean person.
I'd be more willing to do the delivering food aspect of it.
If I could like look at the person, and this is going to sound bad, but if they look normal, like you said, I'd probably do it. But if they were methed out and shit, probably ain't gonna do it.
Dude, with the DoorDash, my only problem is you're only making $10 an hour,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm wasting my time at that point.
I mean, like
I mean, if you're
If you
doing it as
had-
like a side thing, like you like get off work, you DoorDash for like a couple hours or something just for some money.
As you get off work, you just pull it up, and if it's on your way, you accept it or not.
If it was, let's say it was really busy here, and you're getting $10 a trip, right? And in that hour, you can do 5 or 6 trips. That's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
My cousin is a pizza delivery guy, and he got $100 tip the other day.
Shoot.
Damn.
Remember talking to Justin about that his mom worked at Red Lobster, and like on the weekends, like got crazy tips, like making like $400 in that weekend, $500.
I remember getting shit for saying I don't tip that much. I wonder why.
Because it's a shitty thing.
Have
not
you
to
ate
leave
Red
tips.
Lobster?
No,
It's expensive
haven't.
as fuck already.
but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Imagine you sit down and you pay. This same person's working 3 tables a day. I'm only in there 20 minutes tops.
Mhm.
Actually, I don't even want to be there that long. I want to get my food down.
Thanks.
No shit. Like when they ask me if I need anything else, like after I've got my meal and I've got a refill, bring me my check because I don't want to be waiting. So I'm in and out anyway. But these people make fucking. It's not that bad sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes, but you never know what they're gonna make. It offsets it a lot. I've thought about that before because I'm like, I've heard stories where people's like, I made $1,000 in 1 week from waiting tables. I'm like, fuck, and then the next week they're like, I've only made $200.
The fluctuating.
Yeah, just
that would suck.
not a solid
No.
constant pay.
Yeah, they might have made $30K that year and lived it up 1 week, and
Yeah.
then for 2 weeks had it shitty as hell.
Eating ice.
Yeah, they're like, I ate Red Lobster this week.
I couldn't trust that, but yeah, tipping's just fucking weird in general for that because you're gonna have people giving ridiculous amounts, like $100 tips.
It's also, I thought we read something like this. It's like the business's way of not even having to pay for their workers.
Yeah.
You're paying for their workers.
Yeah, moralizing
doing the
you
work?
into paying
Yes.
when you're already paying.
It's,
Sometimes the tip
Mind-boggling.
is worked into your check. Not all the time, but sometimes.
man, do you ever see the percentages at the bottom?
It's been so long since I've been out to eat, man.
It's
10,
actually been a
15,
minute for me
20.
too. Yeah, it's like 15, 20, 25, and it'll tell you exactly how much that is. It's just,
If I tip, it's
Damn, it's
usually
a lot.
between 10 and 15. You know, like if 10% is $9, but I have a 10, here's the 10.
I
You know,
always,
like,
go, I always go with that 10% rule.
Yeah.
Just about.
Oh, I usually, like you just said, I'll round it up. It's usually easier, and I'm not gonna be like, I'll have a 10 and then I'll have like 8 ones, and I'm not gonna be like, here's a 10, bring me back $1.
Jake, I'm pretty sure I've seen you at like when we went to Hooters, like sitting there with your phone calculating the exact number
Well,
of what the tip
I'm
you're
trying
giving.
to hit 15% at least.
Vicky, get your change purse.
Yeah, he's like, it is $14.61, and that is all you're fucking getting.
Oh, I mean,
You big nose bitch.
I'll do 10% if they didn't if they weren't as good as a server as they should have been. No tip if they fucked everything up. But like if I had to wait a minute for my drink or whatever, they're like slacking, it's not busy, whatever, you're getting 10%. Like you barely tried.
10% is like that's my number. Except for when I go to Shoney's. If they let Kids eat for free, I plan on paying $20, right? If they let her eat for free and my meal is only 10, you're getting a $10 tip.
Yeah.
That's the way I base that off of.
Vicky made me feel bad one time for actually using the waitress. They came by and they're like, do you need anything? I'm like, yeah, I need this. And they went and got it. And then they came back and I'm like, I need a refill on my beer. I was like, I want another beer. And, okay. And they came back. She needs A1. And then they left and I'm like, I need some salt. And she's like, oh, you run them to the place.
Yeah, you're fucking needy
Damn,
ass,
I'm not
Jake.
needy. Hey, one of those was her. And plus, she's supposed to come by. Well, my beer is empty.
one of the
I
8
should-
things was her. It's her fault.
Yeah.
No, they're supposed to. They don't have fucking condiments on the table. That's their fault.
I'm not
They're
saying
supposed to be
you're
like,
in the
"You
wrong."
need this. But
I can't do that. It annoys me to have to ask for anything.
Well,
I don't like it.
Vicky's like, damn, yeah, you're running all over the place. Or she probably hates you. I'm like, well, fuck, I want my stuff. Like, you're over here. I can't eat this, or I want my A1 that'd make it better. I'm like, okay, well, when she comes back, I'll wave her down since you want it. Same thing with the beer. I want my beer, and when you see it's empty, you're supposed to be like, do you want another one? And I do. Yes, all the time. Good. I killed it.
10%. 10%. I always like getting by with like the bare minimum.
What about other things? Do you tip like the hair person
Yeah.
if you get your hair cut?
I did the other day. Listen to this, all right? Kenzie gets a
Oh.
fucking 2-inch haircut. Like, it was probably around 2 inches. Like, she said she just wants it trimmed, right? and we do that. It takes this lady maybe 5 minutes to do this cut. Like Kenzie had washed her hair before we went there, so she re-wets it, straightens it out, cuts it around, and she's done.
Mhm.
The haircut alone cost me $14. This is 5
Where'd
minutes.
you go?
Walmart,
Okay.
the Smart Source or whatever. So it was $14 freaking haircut, and then the tips. You got like 3 choices.
Did you
I
show
think-
them your discount card?
No,
It works.
really.
Yeah.
At least it did.
No, it does.
It does.
Like,
That's-
do you swap it?
No, you
No.
just show them.
You just tell them you work
I've-
there.
You don't
Never
even have
heard
to show
that.
them. You could just be like, "Yeah, I work at Walmart in the bottom."
Damn, I wish I'd known that.
Yeah.
It's just 10% off. But
It's that would have been her tip.
keep it.
But no, I paid $4. I think it was, if I ain't mistaken, it was like $3 or $4 for a tip. Also,
I feel like even though it's hardly ever $20, I usually like imagine when I go to get my haircut it's gonna be $20. So I'm either give them 15 or 20, like depending, and just like keep the change.
percent or
No, like
money.
I give them like
dollars.
a 20 or $15
Oh.
and just keep the change. That's usually how I
okay.
do it.
Okay, yeah.
I think forever ago you guys gave me shit for tipping my tattoo artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't give you shit. I
because it's
understand.
already so damn expensive, and then you're giving them more on top of that. They should-
Forever.
I think they should put the tip in their price. You know what I mean? So if they give you a price quote on a tattoo, that better be their tip also.
Well, it was also going back for several different sessions. Like knew I had to go back to this dude, and if I tip well, he's going to want to do a good job. I kind of feel that
you
way
should
about
want to do a good
tattooists.
job anyway.
Yes, but I'm giving more incentive.
But
that last session, he ain't getting a tip.
I'm
That
gone.
got me out, bro. Nah, what was it? Like I forgot. Like it's like $1,200 or something that the tattoo costs. I probably tipped him 200,
yeah,
200 something like that over that whole course.
there you go.
Over the whole course.
Yeah.
Still, it's an extra $200.
You was like every
Fuck
time.
that.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No,
Like, I gave him
on top of the
$200.
total, like I probably tipped 200.
I mean, it seems less bad, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know how much you're supposed to tip tattoo artists.
Well, if
That's-
I'm going in there and I'm talking to this guy and he's like, "Hey, it's going to cost me, $200 to do this tattoo." Okay, good. That's what my process. That's what I know I need to get this tattoo done. So if he wants a tip, he should be like, "Oh, this is a $250 tattoo."
that
Well, now he just got a $50 tip.
that sounds kind of douchey though. Like, yeah, it's $250
Why?
if you give me a tip.
No, he don't have to mention the tip because you're not getting one.
Well, then you can go somewhere else and it's cheaper.
I'm not. It's not cheap. It's like I know what the tattoo is going to cost. I don't want to give you more. He should. It's kind of like businesses. Okay, it's the same thing with tipping at a restaurant.
Mhm.
They should pay their employees, so we don't have to.
Mhm.
You know what the price is going to be. You don't have to add all that extra bullshit at the end.
The
When I
jitter-
go get a tattoo done, I know it's going to be $200. I shouldn't have to add stuff at the end.
Well, I don't know about adding the tip in it because like they could be dog shit. They could mess up your tattoo and be like, "Yeah, thanks for my tip." Like knowing they got a tip from.
But
fucking
it shouldn't
myself.
be. There should not be a tip at all.
Quick.
It should be like my work costs this much. Okay, imagine you had somebody go put that fence up at your house, right?
Mhm.
Are you going to tempt that person?
if they did a damn good job at it,
No one does
yeah,
this.
I would.
I don't know about that one.
There you go. It's the exact same thing.
If it was
If
they
you
done a
had to-
good job, if they done shoddy work or like they didn't take care, like it's the amount of what
They better smile.
effort
You
they
want-
put into it.
you want a deck built on your house, you're going to call people up. You're going to get quotes from 2 or 3 different people. Then you're going to agree to a price. They're going to come do the work, and then they're going to leave.
I feel
Get
like if they
paid.
do good work, like they're supposed to, like do really good work, or friendly about the whole thing, communicative about the whole thing, then yeah, like I would like to be like, thank you. And the only way I can express that besides saying it would be to tip them.
or to give them the agreed upon amount.
Well, yeah,
of their
you give
job.
them a
That's all
good
I'm giving
amount.
them.
As far
But,
as-
like, say you're like, oh well, $100 to you, man, or whatever after the end. Like,
I
not a big
disagree
deal.
with that, dude. You're giving money away willy nilly.
My quick Google there said 15 to 20% is a general consensus for
For
tattoos.
tattoo artists.
Yeah,
If someone was building a deck at my house, I would not give them more money. I would probably be like, "Hey, you guys thirsty? I got some pop in here,
Yeah,
or
I've
you can
done
get
that.
water, whatever."
Well, I mean, that's a good way to do it
be
too.
kind of like a host in a way.
Yeah, I can see
Any
that.
extra wood you guys have, you can take home and keep that.
Yeah, like
but what is the difference between that and the tattoo then?
what do you mean?
I mean, you're getting someone to do a job for you, and you're
'Cause-
agreeing upon an amount, and then you're paying that amount. So why would you tip one but not the other?
Well, for one,
It's
when I
work.
got my tattoo, it was based hourly. I forgot what the number was
Yeah.
hourly, but like you could tell if you're getting a tattoo done hourly, you could tell if the dude is fucking like dragging that shit out, making it last so he gets paid more. Or what
Yeah.
being a generally good businessman in that way, like respectable. I think that deserves a tip.
Imagine going to work, right? And you're Walmart, you're getting paid. You got an 8-hour job, right? And you're getting paid $20 an hour to do it or
Mhm.
whatever. And then you hurry up and get it done, and you go up to Brenda and you stick your hand out, wait for
You don't.
that
If
tip.
you do that, you don't get a tip.
What do you mean?
You don't get
I
a
mean,
tip if you accept it
Technically,
like that.
technically, she's supposed to tip you in this situation.
yeah. Do you expect a tip?
No, I'm not expecting one. If I got one from her, I'm like, fuck, I'll do that again tomorrow. Like, what did I do? I'll do
And
it.
eventually, it becomes routine.
If it's something that
It's
it's
still become-
definitely if you're going to be returning to it, I feel like that's an incentive. You know, like if I'm going to return to the tattoo artist 5 fucking times, and I know it's going to be something like that, incentive to do good work. Remember me. Put more effort into this
I don't
You
know.
know, do
I'm
your
not paying
best.
you to do better.
because
You're
you'll get more
already
money.
you're good. You're supposed to be good at what you do. I'm not paying you to do better. You know what I mean? Like this is your number. I'm like I'll give you $1,000 if you take a little bit more time and be a little more in particular with this.
The only thing I think I can like relate this
Suck
to
my
is
dick
like
better.
like a welder's memes, right? Like this is how I weld for $10 an hour. This is how I weld for 20.
I don't know. An agreed upon amount's an agreed upon amount.
I get both
And
sides.
if I told Jeremy I'm going to come clean your house today, and he's like, yeah, you can clean it for $100. I'm not expecting a tip. We made an agreement. This is how much I'm getting paid.
Would you come back and clean again if he gave you
If we
$20?
if no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't come back and
You
clean?
wouldn't be incentivized to come clean his house if you
Oh.
know he's going to tip you.
I thought you meant if he gave me 20 instead of 100.
No.
All right, me and Jeremy agree for $100 amount, right?
Yeah, and he's
All
like,
right.
you did a really good job. I like what you did with the floors in
I'm-
here, and then you fucking get a $20 tip, and you go, oh, okay, I'll do that to the next room
It's
too.
not that that ain't gonna make me want to do it more. The $100 already made me want to do it. The
But say
agreed upon
three-
amount at the
Three
beginning.
jobs just pop up, and you can only pick one. You're gonna go with the guy that tipped.
I'm gonna go with a guy that's a friend.
Okay.
That's-
All right, let's not use a friend then. Random people. You're gonna go with the guy that tipped you last time. You're like, fuck, he gave me money.
It's not guaranteed a second.
It's
time.
not guaranteed, but if you do a damn good job again, you'll get another one more than likely.
I said,
Well,
I just
you know
think,
what? It's funny hearing this from people who might not care about doing the greatest job at work all the time. Just saying.
Ooh, shots.
Just saying.
I don't
I
get
don't-
tips.
Shots.
yeah, but
I get paid by the
that work ethic, with your good name and stuff. You guys, I'm just saying,
I got a great work
good
ethic.
name.
Okay.
Well, in
Okay.
in relation to
Jake, you come in there with your hands in your pocket. Well, hold on, Vicky's gonna tell me how to do this.
No, I come in that tired.
Tell you what, you talk more than you're worth, but you're worth a decent amount. Is that fair? That
Sure.
fair?
That's
Okay.
fair. Dude, does that bulge like that's sticking out on your knee there? Does that ever embarrass you? Having walking around with such a big dick all the time.
It's a tumor.
It's called my cock, tumor cock.
Bet that fucks your knees up.
Yeah, my back's hurting. I'll tell you that.
Does your queen ever get jealous? Like I
Does-
know, I
does
know,
yours?
I know. Yes, she gets jealous at everything.
I'm ready to go home and fucking pass out. Are you?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucking starving. My stomach, since we sat down, has been.
You should say, hey, while we're
I
waiting on the podcast, Vicky, I need you to do something real quick. I need you to make me breakfast.
Oh yeah, you should have totally messaged her, and then you can have a meal ready by the time you get home. Pimp. Shit, unless she's cooking her boyfriend a meal.
Ooh, I might stop the food.
Mm.
It is 10:30, right?
The alpha
What about-
neighbor.
Yeah, the alpha neighbor.
Damn, it's almost 11. I'm gonna get Burger King.
What if
here.
it's the alpha neighbor seed, and you're the beta to take care of it?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm just thinking about food right
You're
now.
completely ignoring it. That's what you're doing.
It's okay. Cognitive dissonance.
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah,
This has been Only Man's. What episode
Shooting ropes. Shooting ropes.
Is that what it's called?
Shooting ropes. Bust them like water balloons.
We'll see.
out.
We'll see.
Oh, anyway,
Episode
but,
21.
Yeah, that's 21.
Yeah.
Anything
Hey, we're
before?
coming up on a 1-year anniversary.
Already.
I'm gonna do something special.
All right, that's it.